Hello, my name is Alex Kim, and I will be talking about the book Death of a Salesman. This novel is about the main character Willie. The main character Willie is the salesman that is trying to achieve the American dream. However, because he was not able to achieve it, he expected his son Charlie to do so. However, Charlie figures out that his father was having an affair, so he basically just gives up on whatever he was doing on going to college and a university and just goes to the countryside and stays there for a while. Willie becomes disappointed in Charlie and finds him a disgrace because he didn't live up to his expectations. However, Charlie eventually comes back home, tells his father that he'll become a salesman. However, and tries to find a job. However, Charlie, due to some circumstances, Charlie was not able to get the job, and once Willie figures this out, he becomes very depressed and eventually suicides. A recurring symbol that occurs in the story is the seeds that Willie buys, and also the woman stocking, and also the rubber hose. The seeds the basically represents the worth of his labor. Basically, like he wants Willie tries his best and works very hard, but becomes worried that he isn't able to provide enough food for his family. That's where this is based. The seed that Willie buys basically represents food, and also represents the proof of Willie as a salesman and as a father. Willie tries to grow the seed in his backyard. However, deep inside he knows that growing in his backyard is useless because nothing grows back there anymore because the soil is dead. There's no nutrients in them, and this was sort of supposed to represent Willie's sense of failure after he becomes fired from the job, and his failure to achieve the American dream. And yeah, the woman stalking basically foreshadows Billy no uh Charlie's basically foreshadows when Charlie finds out about his father having an affair. Um, the woman stalking, the woman that Willie was having an affair with was also given stockings to buy from Willie, and basically what this is trying to show is or represent is or foreshadow foreshadow is the symbol of betrayal and sexual infidelity. The reason why is because Willie also gave the woman he was having an affair with the stockings, and he was basically cheating on his wife. Thus, this is supposed to represent Willie's betrayal to his family and his son, as well as sexual infidelity, such as having an affair. The rubber hose, and also the rubber hose represents also foreshadows Willie's death. There were many instances in the book where Willie tried to get rid of the rubber hose in order to attempt suicide, and because of that, rubber hose was supposed to foreshadow Willie's death when he eventually dies. A recurring theme that occurs in this story is the American dream. Basically, what the American dream is the a life without having to worry about financial issues, like basically have no problems at all, and becoming rich in America. This was Willie's goal. He wanted to achieve the American dream so that he can become rich and relaxed at his home. For instance, if you recall from Act 3, Willie, Act 2, Willie wanted to become like the man where the man had to do was just sit at his home, just make a couple phone calls and make a lot of money. This was what Willie was trying to achieve but couldn't do so, and thus he wanted his sons to do it. However, Willie was not able to achieve it as well as his sons, so the the theme, the American Dream, reoccurs multiple times. Also, if you look at what Happy says, basically what he says is, "I'm not licked that easily. I'm staying right in the city. I'm going to beat this racket, the Loman brothers. All right, boy. I'm gonna show you and everybody else that Willie Loman did not die in vain. He had a good dream. It's the only dream you can have, to come out number one man. He fought it out here, and this is where I'm gonna win it for him." As I said before, the theme of the American Dream occurs many times, such as right here. Basically, what Happy is trying to say is that the American dream that Willie wanted to achieve but couldn't do so, is he said that the dream that Willie Loman had, he'll achieve it for him because Willie Loman couldn't achieve it, and thus what Happy is trying to say is that basically he'll eventually achieve the American dream for him, even if because Willie couldn't get it. And also, if you look at near the end where it says "we're free" and clear, "we're free, we're free, we're free." Basically, what represents is that the author uses repetition to emphasize a meaning behind it. Basically, the meaning is that Willie doesn't need to worry anymore. Even if because he is dead, he doesn't need to worry about financial issues, worry about his sons, and etc. And basically, this is what Linda says, because she doesn't need to worry about paying the mortgage in the house anymore because she eventually paid it off, and she's basically clear of all that. And when she says we're free, we can assume that there's two meanings behind it. One, which Willie Loman is free because he eventually died, and the second meaning is that Linda is free because she's free from all her debt.